This project is intended to use some computer models actually to explore the pros and cons of fishery management policies for grouper and other reef fish. And what we're trying to understand is the economic and the ecological trade-offs that occur from different management policies. By policies, I mean things like size limits, bag limits, marine protected areas. Fisheries management is about, it influences people's lives, right? And the public should have input into how we manage fisheries. So we're bringing stakeholders into the fold to explore these policies with them there, and so they can actually see the trade-offs of the different management actions. And so what we can explore is say, hey, what if you close a certain area of the Gulf to fishing? The stakeholders could propose that. We could put it in a simulation and run it and say, okay, well, here's what we expect the catches would be. Here's what the economic value of the fishery would be. Here's what the fish community would be after those policies. So it's trying to explore those trade-offs and let the stakeholders have input into what we try. The unique thing is that over the last decade, the United States has really gone, the Federal Fisheries Management Agency, NOAA, has really gone to focusing on ecosystem effects of fishing. And so they're trying to understand the impacts of fishing, not just on the target species, but the other species in the fish community that's influenced. A lot of the data that we're using in the model has been collected over years from scientists in the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, in the National Marine Fisheries Service, where they've collected age and growth information, diet information, habitat information in the Gulf of Mexico. More and more, it's critical that we have information like this to make informed decisions about management. It's important to people. It's important through the regulatory process to use science to make those decisions. Our study is the first in Florida to ever try to consider ecological and economic performance simultaneously. So I think it's really unique here. Fishing is hugely important to the state of Florida. Over an $8 billion industry in the state. Over that, if you look at recreational and commercial fisheries combined. I think that if the models that we're using in this project could be considered when they set the management strategies, I think that would be a success. That would mean this project has direct relevance to the state.